Hello, hello. It's Diane Hill, Transformational Coach and Energy Healer. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Nice to be here. And I wanted to share with you my teaching for today, which is actually, when you know the answer, it's really quite simple. And once you start implementing some of the learnings that you're going to get from this session, it's actually really easy to flip the switch and move from being unhappy to where you are happy. So the reason that I want to do this teaching today is really because the last couple of clients that have come to me have basically said the same thing. They've almost like forgotten how to have fun. And when we are children, we seek fun, don't we? Generally, we are, if we're not kind of at school, we are seeking fun, we are doing imaginative play, we're in a creative mindset, we have kind of an abundant view of the world. But as we grow older, we kind of shut this part of us down. And we're not quite so happy-go-lucky. We're not kind of so easy and free and high-spirited. And we kind of lose sight of who we are deep down inside. And we start living according to who we should be in the world versus who we really are deep down inside. And that ultimately is the number one reason why you're not happy. If I could give you or encapsulate this in one sentence as to why you're not happy, it's because you're living from who you think you should be in this world versus who you are deep down in your soul. That's a really easy thing for me to say, but you might just turn around and think, well, how do I do that? Like, what are you talking about, Di? Well, unbeknown to you, when you came into the world, you were effectively a blank sheet. You were coming into the world, you had all your wants and needs met in order for you to survive. You felt abundant, you had no guilt. If you cried, you got picked up. If you cried, you got a cuddle, you got fed, you got looked after, you got your nappy changed. All your wants and needs were met. But as we grew up, we learned very quickly how best to stay safe and how best to survive in the world. And so what we did, instead of just living according to who we are, we decided to let the external world decide how we feel. As children, we are always looking and taking in and watching and hearing from the physical environment around us. We're taking in what people are saying to each other. We're experiencing different things. And this is how we make sense of the world. So this is what's creating our perception. This is your kind of mental lens and how you see life. And this is fueled by limiting beliefs and thoughts that you've had put into your brain from the environment, from hearing your parents or your caregivers or how your siblings treated you. And that's how you saw the world. And that's how you make sense of the world. And so perception isn't truth. Perception is completely false, and it's all based on beliefs. But the problem is, when we live from perception, we're living from this place. We're living according to our ego, our false self, again, who we think we should be. Don't do that, because that might happen. But if I do that, I might get X, Y, and Z. So then what happens is you start denying who you really, really are deep down inside. So, for example, if you were quite a noisy child and quite chatty and a bit of a doer and always asking questions and always was kind of getting up to mischief, and I'm saying this because that was basically me, and you got told, oh, can you stop being in my face, or can you just quieten it down, or why aren't you as clever as your brother, or why can't you be like this person, or I don't know, even down to like, why can't you be nice and athletic or sporty like so-and-so's daughter? We start taking it in that we're ultimately not good enough. So we don't really want to live our true authentic selves because we don't love that true authentic self. In our minds, it's not good enough. So instead, we kind of create this identity of who we think we should be that's going to get the most attention, validation, approval, and love in the world. And so we really deny our truth. And that in itself is basically why you're not happy, because you're living, and it's exhausting to live like this. You're living according to this version of you that you think you should be, and that's how you're showing up in the world. And actually, there's this beautiful you, this true, authentic, gorgeous you, the one that you were meant to be, the one you were designed to be, who's in here, who would love to be heard, would love to be your guiding light, but is being pushed down, suppressed, and not being listened to. And so that disconnect between who we present to the world and who we think we should be and who we really are deep inside, that disconnect is exhausting. And that's what's creating the unhappiness. So you might have the odd peaks of joy. You know, you get the job that you want. You go on holiday. You have a really good time with your friends. You have a beautiful relationship. You got a promotion at work. But then you're living in this world where you're always expecting the external world to decide how you feel. Now, that's not empowering at all. That's you sitting in a place of receiving and being like at the mercy of the external world. You can't ever create a happy life, guaranteed. Your happiness all starts with you living from your truth, who you are deep down inside, versus all the nonsense you carry in here, and actually allow your truth to come forth and start making decisions that feel good in your soul versus staying safe. When you allow your true, authentic self to come through, when you actually choose to listen within, and this is where we are developing that incredible connection with our true selves, that is actually what spirituality is, listening to that divine spirit inside of you. That's that voice that you keep ignoring. When you start listening to that place and living your life from there, guess what? Your life is going to start getting so happy. You're going to start having fun. You're going to release the need to control or be a certain way. And instead, you're actually going to step into your power and live from who you truly, truly are. And when you do that, that's when you start creating happiness. And you actually don't give two hoots about what's going on in the outside world, because it all starts with you. It's a very peaceful, powerful, happy, content place to be, when you can sit in this reverence for the soul, that voice in your heart that wants to be your guiding light. And as you listen to that, and as you dare to do that, even when it's stacked up against you and you're telling yourself, what if I fail? What if I succeed? What will people think of me? What, are people going to judge me? Will people still love me? And all the other bits of nonsense that we tell ourselves. If you can supersede that and realize it's just nonsense, it's other people's perception, totally not based in truth, then you are going to fly and you are going to create your most incredible, happy life. Now, obviously, that is as unique to you as your fingerprint is. Okay, what makes you happy is going to be very different to what makes me happy. And that's what makes the world such a special, special place. We are all different. We are not designed to all fit into these carbon copy versions of each other. We are not. We are designed to live from our truth, from who we really are deep down inside. And when you do that, that is going to create the happiness you seek. So moving from unhappiness to happiness, it's about getting under those beliefs. It's about stopping the negative thought processes in your brain. It's getting under the emotions that you're feeling and really getting in touch with who you are deep down inside and falling in love with that person. And when you do that, you will create true happiness. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I will see you again soon. Happy. Okay, bye for now. Bye.